dream for the future of St. Elizabeth's campus is. And we just had different team members sort of come up with different ideas of what they wanted the campus to be about. Some folks came up with job creation, architects, engineers, project managers, people coming up with different ideas. Some folks came up with song titles that were kind of interesting. One group said, "Our House" is what they saw. "Taking Care of Business," "Ain't No Stopping Us Now," I liked. But the song that came to my mind when I thought about my dream for the future of this campus was Tina Turner's song. It was "Simply the Best," which was a song that I liked. Went out to see Tina out at Wolf Trap, enjoyed myself. But "Simply the Best" was what I was thinking. And simply the best in what context? Simply the best for Ward 8, simply the best for Congress Heights, for this community. How could you create a partnership, a collaborative effort that included university, local community stakeholders, financial investors, district government, all the various components that collaborated to bring an innovation hub to DC that was best in class, totally transformative of what we have in the community. So we put together a master development team, as I mentioned, that included myself and Creative Opportunities Venture Inc., which is an affiliate of Matthews Memorial Baptist Church. You'll hear from Bishop Hudson after I speak. For innovation strategy, as the district has told you, this project is about innovation. Where we bring best-in-class innovation to the campus? How can we bring job training? How can we create opportunities to transform academic university research, medical facility research, commercialize it into products that can be sold, businesses that can be started, products that can be sold to the Department of Homeland Security, products that can be sold in the neighborhood, all the way across the board. So we teamed with Gordon Jones, who was the founding director of the Harvard Innovation Lab, which is the premier innovation lab, academic innovation lab in the country. Gordon's expertise is in taking innovative concepts and using them to start businesses. That's what he does. He starts companies. He started hundreds of companies, working with people like the people in this room, working with people like the people who are going to be in the St. Elizabeth's campus, and commercializing those ideas, turning them into profits, turning them into economic development. Academic Anchor, you've heard mentioned the consortium of universities. That's a group of the leading universities in the area, 14 universities, Greater Washington. That's GW, that's Georgetown, that's Howard, that's UDC. Bring those resources into the campus and you start to create a best-in-class environment and outcomes that are significant. For community housing, we've partnered with Habitat for Humanity of Washington, D.C., which I have to say, just personally as a developer, is a group that I've always had a lot of respect for. I think their innovative model that brings high-quality homes, you'll hear from them a little bit as well, to homeowners at really incredible pricing and rates. You can create affordable home ownership through volunteer labor, through corporate contributions, through subsidy. It's a unique model. And all of our housing that we have planned for this project, all 200 units, it's all affordable housing. But it's not the kind of affordable housing you may have in your mind. It's high quality, best in class, but because of the creative, innovative approach to financing housing, we're able to deliver it at incredibly low price points. So in terms of what we have planned for the community, we have a architect team that is best in class, that has designed a master plan incorporating 4 distinct components of the community. We've got Gretchen Fahler here, who you'll meet shortly. She's our master architect. Gretchen's the chair of the DC Historic Preservation Review Board. Gretchen's worked on projects such as the U.S. Supreme Court, Library of Congress, Smithsonian Museums. So bringing to this project, this community, which is a National Historic Landmark, so best-in-class historic preservation expertise, which you see laid out in this community. So our ideas for each of these sites, here you see sort of the uses, and you'll see sort of the process of the campus being developed. Gateway DC and the R.I.S.E Demonstration Center, where we are right now, get activated first, then the other parts of the campus get developed. But what I really want to talk with you about, more so than the particular pieces, is really sort of what does this mean to the community? How does this create a best-in-class experience for us? When the Innovation Hub is being developed, that's going to be job creation opportunities. Bishop Hudson will talk to you about our community benefits agreement, written agreement that we will propose to the community, negotiate with the community, that commits in writing, on paper, these are the jobs we're going to create. These are the number of CBE companies that we're going to employ. these are the number of jobs for Ward 8 residents that we're going to create and commit to. Beyond that, you're going to have educational and training opportunities, all the way over to the Gateway Demonstration Center, where the R.I.S.E Demonstration Center, where you're sitting right now. Right out of the bat, one of our programmatic goals is to bring training, working with UDC, working with Gordon Jones from the Harvard iLab to bring training opportunities here for technology classes, job training, career development, small business activation, employment opportunities that will be for this community to build, grow, and rise from. In addition to the R.I.S.E Demonstration Center, which we can activate right away, immediately after starting the project, really great work that the district's done in putting this facility here. All it requires really is programming. We can also activate the Gateway DC. We've already been involved sponsoring the Flow Fest that was there a few weeks ago, and other opportunities to bring exciting entertainment to the community. So, next slide. So this is going to give you a piece of the community amenity portion of the project. We propose a multi-screen theater complex. Will be the first movie theater coming to Ward 8. There's not a movie theater here now. We've been in conversations with one of the leading movie theater companies in the U.S. to bring that. That's a conversation we want to have with the community. We want to get your input in a partnership. Is that what we want at this campus? We have the opportunity to do it, but should we do it? You know, I like to talk with my kids about the movie Jurassic Park. That's one of the movies they really like. And I think that the moral of that story was just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. You know, guys, oh, we can bring dinosaurs back to life. Okay, it's maybe not a good idea. You know, you really need to evaluate these things. You know, is this a good idea? This is what we want here. We got some input already tonight about connecting the East Campus, you know, with the Department of Homeland Security on the West Campus. Great ideas that we can incorporate into what we want to do. Going to the next slide. Okay, I'm going to hand this over to Bishop Matthew Hudson.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is C. Matthew Hudson. I am the senior pastor of the Matthews Memorial Baptist Church, where we have been serving our community for over 93 years. While I'm not 93 years old, I have been living here for about a decade, and I live, work, play, worship in Ward 8. I would like to, one thing that you may not know about me is that we have a development partner company called Creative Opportunity, known as COVI. We are a full partner in this development, solely designed to represent the interests of our community. I want you to understand that one thing I learned about in building Matthews Memorial Terrace, which is 99 affordable housing units for seniors and Berry Farm residents, all affordable housing, I learned that if you're not at the development table, you cannot understand how things get divided. It's divided at the development table, and you need a community representative at the table advocating and enforcing first source, CBEs, DBEs. So we have a proven record of exceeding all of our goals. I want you to know that there's some things that we're going to do. I work for the community at the development table, that we will challenge our developer as a partner. First thing we will do, we will provide a concerted and coordinated effort on the part of PCI and the community. We want to build a relationship with our community in such that PCI in its efforts will address environmental concerns of our community concerning construction phase, including but not limited to development of energy efficient building on this campus. Under the CBA, PCI will agree to hold community meetings with our subcontractors, our developers. We will encourage our developers to have joint joint ventures. Joint ventures, that's very important when you come to our general contractors, general as well as the developer. I want you to understand, we have this, what we're doing is authentic dialogue, win-win, confidence, and strategic vision, which will have the pulse of the community, innovation, long-term consideration, value, creation. As our end, I want you to know that vision is a pictorial view of a preferred future. A vision can only be accomplished through an optimistic faith that views obstacles as opportunities and turns defeats into victories. And we will be at the table to fight for our community. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you for sticking with us as the last presenter just as well as you did the first one. So thank you so much for doing that. My name is John Cavanaugh, and I'm the president and CEO of the Consortium of Universities of the Washington Metropolitan Area. As you already know, that's 14 universities in the metro area. All of the universities in DC with their main campuses in DC, Howard, UDC, Trinity, Catholic University, GW, Gallaudet, and so on. I want to focus on two things that the consortium brings to this fight. The first is a deep partnership with not only the whole team, but I want to talk in particular about the wonderful partnership we formed with Bishop Hudson. We're working together on a strategic plan for the local community. We went to Bishop Hudson's hometown of Philadelphia to learn from their experience in West Philadelphia. Not to pick up a plan from someplace else and drop it here, but to understand what the process was that led to success. We're in the process of drafting that plan now, and the plan is to bring that to the community for community input as we move forward. That's one thing that we're already in the process of doing to show our commitment. The second is, you've heard a lot about the education programs that we can bring. We're already in the community. You probably already know that UDC, through their community college, is offering quite a number of job training programs, workforce certificate programs. We're in partnership with the public schools and meeting next week with some of the folks from the public charter schools about how to make sure that the transfer of students when they complete secondary certifications, diplomas, GEDs, makes an easy transfer into any of those programs. The second institution that you probably know that has been here for a while is Trinity University. They offer associate degree programs here. The Catholic University of America is working with Matthews Memorial Baptist Church through internships. Georgetown University, through their health centers and clinics, are here. So we're the universities that aren't going anywhere. We're the universities that are here, the universities that you know. Our commitment is to bring not only those outstanding education programs, but to operate the Innovation Hub in a way that also creates pathways for people to start their own companies and to hire the graduates of the programs that I just talked about. And to fill in between the two with bachelor's degrees and master's programs. So our goal is to create that entire education pipeline from high school graduation all the way through doctoral and postdoctoral training, startup companies, and access to the capital that will let those companies grow and thrive and remain here. So again, I just want to thank you for your attention tonight, and pass it.
Good evening. I am Corinne McIntosh Douglas, and I am a member of the Board of Habitat for Humanity of Washington, D.C. We are pleased to be partnering with PCI in offering an affordable home ownership component to the D.C. community, to the Ward 8 community, in connection with the proposed development of St. Elizabeth's East. And collaborating with sponsors, donors, and volunteers, we are able to bring major development projects for sale to the DC community. We utilize blended rate financing, relying on market rate financing and 0% interest products in order to lower the interest rate relative to what's available in the marketplace. And we also offer energy efficient home ownership products. If you look at the slide, the thermal image at the top represents a comparable standard form, and the image towards the towards the left is one of the passive housing products that we offer to save homeowners money. I received the I'm sorry.
It's okay. Can I use Vance? I have like 6 seconds in there. Thank you. You said I could use them. I just want to end by saying we're happy to share with the community tonight things that we've been doing in the community and have done in the community. It's not just aspirations, but it's action. It's steps that we've already taken. We're over here in this corner. Have an opportunity to talk with you more about your dreams for St. Elizabeth's. We want to hear them. Thanks.
Give all 5 teams a round of applause. All 5 teams a round of applause. All 5 teams a round of applause. Can I get the